We got a pretty good idea who's going to go number one. We have a decent idea who's going to be the second quarterback off the board, too. And in an interesting twist, for the first time I can remember, the same man trains both those quarterbacks. And he's going to join us right now. Daryl Colbert Jr. You're running showcases. You're running pro days. What has this experience been like for you?
Man, it's been a blessing, man. I appreciate you having me on, but man, it's been a blessing. It's been fun, with these guys, taking them through this process and, them trusting me with this. This is huge. I call it 1A, 1B. We've been at it for a while with Shedeur for about, 6 years and Cam for about 4.5 years. So
what do you think the Titans are getting, knowing Cam as well as you do? And what do you think about the fit there in Tennessee?
He's a guy who's going to come in and make the team better, and a guy who wins football games. A special talent, being able to – he's the modern-day quarterback. All of the, different arm angles and all the stuff that he can do it makes him special. So Tennessee, if they end up going with Cam, they're going to get a special guy.
So, who's the comp for Cam Ward in your mind?
I'm not saying that this kid is Patrick Mahomes, but the play style is Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, who his dad is, the lineage and all that stuff. What do you remember about the very first time you met Shedeur Sanders?
The very first time I met him was he was actually in middle school. So his oldest brother, who does all the video stuff, Deion Jr., me and him went to SMU together. So Shedeur, even back then, Shedeur used to always want to just come work out. So he used to come work out. His mom lived in Houston. So on different, Christmas break, summer breaks, I'm from Houston, so I would come back home to Houston, and he would call me and be like, "Hey man, come pick me up from my mom's house. I want to come work out with you." So we had created a bond from there. For a quarterback, you want a guy like that. You want a guy who's sure in what he can do. You want a guy who's confident in himself. You want a guy who's never second-guessing himself. If he's going out there to play, and that, okay, cool, he's not worried, so we're not worried. And that's who Shedeur is. But I think the biggest thing is just his confidence in himself sets everything apart. It's not any game that he's played that he doesn't feel like he's out of, because he understands the game. He's seen so much football, so he understands it, and he's comfortable back there, man. So I think just the type of guy he is and that confidence, yeah, it can offend some people, but, it's who he is, and that's what makes him special, And, when he gets out there, he's going to be very confident. I feel like, if their quarterback's confident, especially coming in as a rookie, then everybody else around him will be confident.
Who's the comp in your mind, and how does he end up playing stylistically in the NFL?
I think Joe Burrow is a great fit.